Hello and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. We're going to continue on with our objective of killing Mom 10 times to unlock Sheol and the Cathedral permanently. We have Isaac, we don't have Maggie or Cain, we don't have Judas, we don't have Eve, we don't have Samson, we have Lazarus, Eden, and Azazel. I am going to start with an Eden run just because I like Eden runs. They can be random, they can be good, they can be bad. But I feel like having a nice random run. Now, what do we have? We have Mr. Boom, and I think this is Revenge Fly, which I'm not entirely sure how Revenge Fly works, but I think it's pretty good. I'm going to use this pill, speed up. Picked up the Spirit Heart, nothing else worth mentioning, so let's just continue on. So, what are we looking for in this run? That's bad damage, but at least we have Revenge Fly doing work for us. What are we looking for in this run? Mom kill. And if we can get a Mom's Heart killed, fine. If we can continue and go down to Satan, then that'd be great as well. Now we have chocolate milk shots, which I'm not particularly fond of. Soy milk, chocolate milk, they can have some pretty good runs, but I prefer just to have the regular shots. I don't really like having to micromanage things like of this nature. Mr. Boom, though, does some great work for us on Larry Jr. Makes him extremely easy, and chocolate milk should take out Larry Jr. just a few shots. Now we have toothpicks, tears, and shot speed up. Now, chocolate milk, we can shoot it as quickly as we want, but the individual shots don't do barely any damage, so we're going to try to not do that as much as possible. Now we're fighting Wrath, which is fine. Go ahead and blow up those rocks, Wrath. Come on. Ah! Revenge Fly forsook me. But we're going to pick up a Spirit Heart and a Bomb. Haven't done this in a few days. Gotta get back in sync. Gotta get the mindset that we're playing Rebirth once again. Picked up a lot of money from that chest, which I'm very fond of. We're not going to go to the shop on this floor, though, but I might try to find the secret room, which it looks like it's going to be right next to the shop. I could bomb my way into the shop, but I don't really think that's worth it. Instead, we're just going to see if we can get any extra money or items. Alright, maybe we will go to the shop, and maybe we will use a bomb to go there. Because we're going to have plenty of bombs, thanks to Mr. Boom, so I'd rather use them as much as possible, as early as possible. Now, compass. I don't particularly like the compass, so I think I'm actually just going to take a Spirit Heart and leave. I'm not going to take the pill. Why don't I like the compass? Because I like to visit the entire floor. We're not doing a boss rush mode. We're not trying to speedrun, so we are going to visit every floor, every room of every floor, even. So it's not really worth it to just know where the arcade is or know where the boss room is. We're gonna reach them anyways. And especially now, we're still invested in learning as much as possible and in playing as much as possible of Isaac. So there's no reason to speedrun it. So we have an arcade. Arcade is going to be good for us, hopefully. Let us pick up some extra money with the extra red hearts that we're going to have on this floor. There's a tinted heart in the there's a tinted rock in the last room, which we're going to get as soon as I can get a Mr. Boom charge, which should be at the end of this room. Chocolate milk does make flies a little bit easier occasionally, but I'm still on the fence about it. Now we have the wig. Mom's wig feels itchy. I believe this item just makes, spiders appear behind us randomly. Maybe every time we enter a room? No, it doesn't look like it. It's an interesting item, but it's not one that's particularly good. I'd much rather get something like the mulligan. Because at least with the mulligan, you can have some very interesting synergies with items that attack very quickly. And actually, in our case, the mulligan might not be the best because it's kind of de-synergizes with chocolate milk. The mulligan normally spawns flies however fast you can hit an enemy, but if we're only shooting charged shots every once in a while, then we're not going to be hitting the enemy very frequently, so we're not going to get that many flies. So maybe Mom's Wig, excuse me, is the better item here. Maybe it is going to be good for us. Picking up a lot of extra spirit hearts, which I'm liking. We will go to the shop. And BFF, best friends forever. Your friends rule, but I guess that makes the revenge fly bigger, but it currently doesn't make the spiders bigger. That's a different item. Alright, range down. Glad I did not buy that pill on the last floor. And Monstro is going to be pretty easy. We're going to get a deal with the devil. I'm going to hope for a damage and a tears up, if at all possible. Flying would, of course, be great. And we do have Guppy's tail, I think we picked that up? Was that a different run? No Guppy items, so Guppy is not necessarily going to be something that we're going to look for. And I'm definitely going to pick up Spirit of the Night. We have plenty of Spirit Hearts to keep us safe, and this is going to allow us to, hopefully to pick up a lot more consumables. Let's try here for the secret room. Nope. Alright. Well, we're just gonna get... Oh, we can't gamble our hearts away. Well, at least we can gamble. Alright. Oh. 1 penny! 1 penny was enough. Wow, that's kind of awful. I really was not expecting the donation machine to jam all of a sudden, but what you gonna do? Alright. Now that we've passed the basement, what are our feelings on this floor? Not on the floor, on the run. I'm not entirely sure. I don't have high hopes. But then again, we don't necessarily need to beat Satan, we only need to beat Mom's Heart. I think we can beat Mom's Heart with what we have going on right here. We'll get a few damage upgrades. We should have a easy time of doing this. We have Revenge Fly, which does some great work for us. So at the very least, when we get down to those later floors and those later bosses, Revenge Fly can hopefully take out all of the enemies on its own, like it's doing right here. It's actually a pretty good item. Unfortunately, you have to get hit for it to kind of activate. Try to find the secret room, and there it is. A lot of money, excellent. Maybe the shop will be worth it on this floor to go to. The donation machine definitely isn't because it blew up already, but maybe we can still buy some things. Gotta be careful with these little silkworm nubs here. They're really good at predicting where you're going to be, the white ones anyways. The gray ones are kind of just awful. Ooh, he almost snuck up on me. Keys, now we need keys, unfortunately. Hopefully we get some dropped, because we're not going to be able to go to the shop or the item room without them. You know what? I think this is going to be okay. We have Revenge Fly, so every time we get hit, Revenge Fly will activate for the room, and we have occasional spiders which will do damage on their own. So we have a lot of autonomous familiar activity going on here. Key. I'll finish the rest of this floor, and then we'll come back and figure out what we're going to do with the shop and the item room. A little bit of a dingle here. Shouldn't be a problem. Nothing in the fires, unfortunately. Yeah, let's come back when we're done with the floor, and we'll see what's in the item room or shop, depending on how much money we have. I just don't want to backtrack and have to come back. Pretty sure we're not going to be able to get the boss rush mode, but you know, if we can, then let's try to be as efficient with our time as possible. We don't have it unlocked, or we don't have boss rush mode completed with any characters, so might be worth attempting. Although this run really isn't fast enough currently to really make that conceivable. We definitely need to have something a bit more powerful before we really attempt to speedrun the boss rush mode. It's usually something that at the end of the Basement 1, Basement 2, you'll know if you're going to do boss rush mode, because you'll know if you have the speed necessary to do it. Revengefly made short work of Pestilence. Picked up a cube of meat. You know, I guess cube of meat's okay. Oh, nice! This is a very nice room. I'm always disappointed when I find this room without having the ability to fly, but we have the ability to fly. Picked up about 10 cents. Definitely makes our shop worthwhile before the item room. And there's even more money. I was kind of hoping we'd be able to pick up an extra key somewhere along this floor, but that's okay. We could open the golden chest and see if we can get a key, but I would rather just go to the shop and hopefully just buy an extra key there. The item room probably has a better item, but you know what? This is okay. It doesn't look like that synergized with the Revengefly. It looks like the Revengefly already had a size upgrade from BFF, but the spiders at least are going to be much bigger and do much more damage, I believe. So again, we're just kind of, we have an autonomous key, perfect. We kind of have an autonomous run going on here. Our familiars are going to be doing most of the work, and we picked up the bean, which is an awful item. But with this key, we're going to open the item room, see what we can get, and then head down to the next floor. Gimpy, a nice item. I rather enjoy it. Excuse me. Gimpy, whenever you get hit, you have a chance of dropping a spirit heart on the ground. This pairs wonderfully well with things like Demon Judgment and the Arcade, because you can play the Blood Bank or Demon Judgment and drop spirit hearts. You can kind of exchange your red hearts for spirit hearts. If you have something like Scapular, then this combination is nuts and kind of overpowered, because you can literally get infinite money and infinite spirit hearts just by playing a Blood Bank. But we only have Gimpy, we do not have Scapular. I don't know if it's unlocked right now or if it will unlock at a future date. But for now, come on. Flatworm, I guess it's worth getting. It kind of makes your shots easier to hit with. Found the secret room, found a key, perfect. Yeah, Flatworm kind of just makes your shots very large and flat, so I believe it makes it easier to hit enemies with. And we picked up more than enough money to go to the shop again. But luckily, we have the keys for it now. We don't have to backtrack. Taking, you know what, the damage has been okay so far. Haven't really been taking too much damage. I think we'll be fine. We still have 3.5 Spirit Hearts, which technically is enough that we can take another deal with the devil should we get one. And honestly, I might be for that. Let's just try not to take damage if possible, so we can have as many hearts as possible to exchange with the deal with the devil. I do believe we will be getting a deal with the devil. We did not get one on the last floor, and we have not been taking red heart damage because we don't have red hearts. So hopefully we can get something like the Pact or the Mark. Pentagram you get from the boss fights, not from the deal with the devil. And Fatty, we're just going to drop Mr. Boom right next to him. A ton of damage. The spiders are going to be doing some damage occasionally, but not very predictably. Careful. Fatty here is an annoying boss, but we managed to do it without taking damage. There's our HP. And unfortunately, we do not have exchanges with this devil, except we did pick up Guppy's head, which I'm going to take, because we have giant flies and spiders. So this is kind of goes along with our autonomous familiar run that we've got going on. We have spiders, we have flies, we have revenge fly. Pretty good. I think we're pulling something together here. I gotta remember to keep charging. Oh, gotta remember to keep charging the chocolate milk shock when we enter a room. Alright. Well, we can at least play the arcade once. We still need to go to the item room in the shop, and maybe when we finish with those, we'll come back and play those some more. Nothing too particularly exciting happening in this run. We don't have any killer combinations, but you know what? Perhaps the wig, the guppy's head, the giant spiders, giant familiars, perhaps that is our synergy for this run. We just have a large army of spiders that hopefully will wreck everything that we come across. And actually this army is growing kind of well. I'm not sure if the wig is generating spiders based on time or some other criteria. It does appear to be time-based, though. Balls of Steel, great fill. You know, I'd love to become Lord of the Flies. That would be nice. I think to become Lord of the Flies, you just need to pick up 3, maybe 4 fly items. And we do have the big flies and the revenge fly items, so hopefully those count. We just need to pick up 1 more fly item and we'll become Lord of the Flies. I'm not sure if that's actually how it works though. What item did I just pick up? Leech. Leech is an okay item. If he gets a kill on an enemy, I think he has a chance of giving us health back, which is nice. I guess it might screw you up if you were trying to do something like get... if you're going to try to do something like stay at 1 or a half-heart interval for permanent Polaroid invincibility or permanent Whore of Babylon state, but we don't have to worry about any of that right now, so we're just going to accept the item as was given to us. And I think he's bigger? No, I don't think he's any bigger. But hey, Cricket's head is a great item to pick up from a golden chest. Normally these boss trap rooms and mob trap rooms are not the most profitable anymore, but you can still sometimes get good items from them. Now, I don't think there's any kind of a cricket transformation because there are a couple of cricket items in the game, but yeah. So I don't think we're going to necessarily be on the lookout for Cricket's body. But let's play the arcade for a little bit first, see if we can pick up anything out of here. And there's Gimpy giving us an extra spirit heart. And there's Skotol, Flylove. And there it is, Lord of the Flies. Excellent, excellent. So what Lord of the... Oh, I actually should not have played that. So what Lord of the Flies does is, I believe we generate more flies and spiders naturally. We get flying if we don't have it already. And honestly, I'm not sure what else it does. Now I'm trying to stay above 5 cents, as that is the magical number for spawning in arcade. But that was okay. We didn't really pick up too much, and still there's a lot of locations for the second secret room, so I'm not really even going to look for it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at least, and we only have 2 bombs, so the probability of us finding it is negligible. Well, it's not negligible, but it's pretty small. I'd rather just save the bombs and continue on. Curse of the Maze. So we're going to be randomly teleporting around these rooms. But that's not too big of a problem. We can fly, so that room's not a problem. Oh, we are getting mixed up here. Being able to fly makes this a lot easier. We'll absolutely fight in here, pick up a key, which is nice. We were running low. Our army of flies and spiders are doing a good job of taking out those enemies when they were spawning. We have a pretty powerful run, all things considered. strength card, nice. We have a pretty strong run, all things considered. The only thing is that we don't do a lot of continuous damage. We don't have a lot of damage over time. We have a lot of instant damage with the chocolate milk shots here, which is nice for when you want to have a single charged, very deliberate shot hit. But when we get to things like Mom's Heart, I think it's going to be a little bit of a difficult fight. I'll just spawn a bunch of flies with those batteries. Probably wasn't the best use of them. We could have gotten something like a prayer card or a Book of Revelations. Probably not a Book of Revelations. I think we have to unlock that, but I'm lazy sometimes. We could use our bombs to open up these skulls, which we might do at some point. Ball of Tar is an okay item. It's going to give us an occasional slow shot, and we're also going to have this creep behind us, which will slow enemies that walks into it. Our damage is pretty good when we have single shots, but again, the damage over time I think is going to be a little bit of a problem on the later floors. I should say the lack of damage over time. 15 cents makes the shot worthwhile, and the flies are making short work of those Duke of Fly wannabes. No tinted rocks there, so I don't think we're going to play that. We're looking for the shop, we're looking for the item room, and then we're going to head out. Definitely not going to be able to reach boss rush mode. Habit is actually a pretty good item, especially with the head here. Look up. Every time we get hit, we're going to get a Guppy's head charge, so we'll just be able to release more flies. Yeah, let's blow up these fires here, see if we can get some spirit hearts. Nope. It was worth a shot, though. Gonna get the pony, which is a worthless item, especially considering we can already fly. 2 bombs, not gonna look for the secret room, we're just gonna leave. I think we're in a good position to get to Mom's Heart, and if we have a lot of health, you know, if we have a lot of health, I think we'll be fine. Now, Loki, these spiders are really doing a number on him. Careful of the slow shot, it kind of messes with his jumping patterns. Bad damage, but at least we got Revenge Fly out, and we've gotten another charge on the Guppy's head. Revenge Fly not doing any work there for some reason. Maybe monster jumping made Revenge Fly lose tracking on him or something. Take out all these red fires. There's a lot of skulls in here, so if we had something that would allow us to break them all easily, I would love to see if there were any tarot cards inside of them. Maybe if we have some extra bombs later on, we'll come back and break and blow them up. Boney's not that big of a problem when you can fly over the rocks. Let's visit our curse room. And just spiders. I know that there is an item in the game that lets you control normal flies. I don't think it applies to the spiders, though, which would be nice. You just walk in that room and pick up a spider army of your own. But we're actually doing a pretty good job of these rooms here. I think we've definitely have a good run for individual rooms. We can generate a lot of spiders, a lot of flies. But the boss rooms, I guess the boss rooms are really just going to be, do we have enough spiders and flies in order to kill them before they kill us? Mom's Foot might be a little bit tricky, but again, whenever we take damage, hopefully we'll just be able to generate some extra spiders and flies and be able to take her down quite easily. Best Bud Sworn Protector. You know what? I'll be perfectly honest. I have no idea what these what these fly items are doing. We have Revenge Fly, we have Best Bud, Sworn Protector. I don't know if we have to do something in order to activate that, like get hit, like this room. Alright, so I guess Best Bud is a attack fly that only activates when you get hit, which makes it kind of awful, actually. Because why not just pick up a attack fly? Why does it need to be a get hit to use item? It doesn't seem all that good. But maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it's actually fantastic. I guess because we are Lord of the Flies, the enemy flies move a lot slower across the screen, which is nice. Oh no, you know what? That's Skittle. That is Skittle, which I guess does count as a Lord of the Flies item. But yeah, that's definitely Skittle, which is making the enemy flies move very slowly. Picked up a dime. That's nice. And this is the Depths 2, and we have been to everywhere. Should we just gamble for a little bit first? Waste the key, but it's no big deal. Yeah, I think... Oh, I did not see that bomb. Yeah, let's just get out of here. I'll try to use my bombs to find some extra hearts in these fires, and then we'll just fight the boss and continue on. I'm going to try to keep the strength card for the Mom's Heart fight, unless we come across a better card before then, because I think that's going to be the fight that we are going to need the most help on. See, we've already lost all of our fly armies. And our DPS has dropped substantially because of it, but there we go, got the kill. And we're out of bombs, we can't blow up any rocks, couldn't blow up any of those skulls, so we're just going to continue on. Utero is a bit of a difficult floor, but mostly it's these types of enemies that really do the most damage to you. Now let's try to find some tinted rocks. There are none, I do believe. And yeah, if we can continue to do a if we can continue to generate a large army before we reach the Mom's Heart fight, I think we'll be fine. But then again, it's hard to tell because we could just do not enough damage at all. No point really in picking up the cash. We have already broken our donation machine, and there's nothing else to spend it on. Unless we come across a judgment, in which case I will feel very silly. Going to definitely come in here because, hey, Guppy's Paw. I think we're going to use Guppy's Paw to get to 12 Spirit Hearts, and then this is going to be the rest of our run. No Red Hearts. Now, why do this? Because I think it just gives us the best chance. Those 2 extra hearts weren't really going to do much for us if we lost all our Spirit Hearts anyways. At least now we know where we stand. We have 11 hits. That's it. If we had even one more Red Heart, I probably would have not taken the Guppy's Paw there, but we didn't, so I did. Mommy Gertie here is slowed, and we've done a lot of damage to it with our army, but our army is dead now. But that was enough. Mom's contact has appeared in the basement, I guess because we picked up a certain number of Mom items. We're going to have a full suite of orbitals. We're going to have telepills, which I would have preferred not to have taken, and I guess we're fighting Pin. Accidentally used the bomb. Oh well. Yeah, so let's see. The main concern that I was having about this run was health and being able to do enough damage to Mom's Heart. Well, we've kind of have the health situation resolved. We have 11 hearts, and you know what? I will fight for Rotten Baby. It spits out flies, and we have a good fly/spider run going on here, so why not take it? Free flies is good, and I think we can probably make it out of here without taking any damage. Chub, and that's it, and then we'll be able to go back to the boss room and leave this floor. Actually, there was a deal with the devil. I guess I should not have taken those pills before I went to the deal with the devil, just in case we picked up a teleport or an I am error. But what are we looking for in the deal with the devil? We have only spirit hearts. We'll have to trade these away in order to take an item. I think that's okay though, especially if it's something like the Pact. We will gain some of those spirit hearts back from the deal. Let's see. Yep, okay, good. We still have it. And a Balls of Steel pill, which is pretty nice. That effectively means we can take an item almost for free. So we're going to take Whore of Babylon because we have no red health. Take Balls of Steel, and you know what? I'm not going to take the Fear Shot because I don't think we need it. If we had red health to give away, I probably would, but I think the spirit hearts themselves are going to be more worthwhile, especially because, again, technically we only need to defeat Mom's Heart. And Fear Shot against a boss is not the best. Well, against Mom's Heart it's not the best. Against something like Chub, maybe it'll help him to run away from you instead of dealing damage straight to you. But in our situation, I think that was probably the right move. Just skip it. No tinted rocks. There's a pill back there. I should pick that up, see what it is. I'm very bad at remembering the types of pills, but it's a luck up. So you know what? Maybe we will do some gambling at the end of this floor. Heck, if we can pick up a Joker card, the Joker card means we get to go to Satan, which would be nice. Tinted rocks. I'm not seeing any. And we're actually doing a substantial amount of damage to these enemies we're coming across. I guess that's a combination of... maybe it's chocolate milk. Maybe chocolate milk allows us to do a bit more damage than normal. But anyways, we only have 6 cents left. This should only take a second to gamble. And that's it. Let's fight the boss, see if we can eke out a victory. So again, we're going to have a lot of initial damage against the boss. The question is that going to be enough? I guess it looks like the answer to that question is yes. We're already halfway done with the fight, and we haven't really done very much damage at all. Yep. And we do, in fact, get a deal with the devil, so we can go down and fight Satan. Well, you know what? Ooh, Spirit Heart. Maybe I was underestimating this run. Maybe having Glitch Baby, Rubber Cement. Maybe having BFF along with giant spiders and flies, along with several items that spawn spiders and flies. Maybe that was better than I was making it out to be. Double Dark One shouldn't be too much of a problem. He is dead. Man, the flies and spiders kind of took him out almost for me. And yes, I am going to fight in this room. I was expecting a better payout from the chest and item, hopefully, but, you know, what you gonna do? And, yeah, it's strange. I would not have expected us to be doing this much damage, but we are really just kind of wrecking these rooms that we're coming across. These are some pretty tanky bosses, and they're not lasting very long at all. Our shots themselves are not doing that much damage, but I guess it's just the spiders and flies. They're doing a lot of damage based on our own base damage. And that is a pleasant surprise. I don't see any tinted rocks, but I am going to go to the curse room. Now, You can, in fact, destroy all 4 fires with 1 bomb. All you need to do is place the bomb and nudge it into the corner of the fire. Just like that. And... Goat Head. Goat Head is a fantastic item. One of the best items in the game. Early. When you get it this late, it's completely and utterly worthless, so we're just going to ignore it. What Goat Head does is it makes every deal with the devil open. It doesn't matter if you take red heart damage, it doesn't matter if you've already been to the deal with the devil room. If you go to the boss room, there will be a deal with the devil room open waiting for you. It's a very nice item because it means every single floor you can have a deal with the devil or angel. But at this point in the game, there are no more deal with the devils. Unless you teleport into them, so there's no point in taking it. There's no point in getting rid of our precious spirit hearts just to get an item that's completely worthless. Mega Fatty version 2 is dead. He did not last as long as I thought he would. Usually he's pretty tanky. Card is the Magician, which I guess we'll just use here. Wow, 4 Stevens! That's a lot of Stevens. I didn't want to take the Magician into the boss fight with us because I'm more comfortable manually aiming the shots. I think we'll be fine aiming them ourselves, and I don't want it to mess us up more than it helps us, I guess. And here it is, Satan fight. Plant a bomb. Bomb kind of got pushed out to the side, but it's okay. We have a full suite of orbitals, so we should expect not to take very much damage from the bullet hell sections here. He's already dead. Plant the bomb. Missed, but oh well. Wow, that was extremely quick. Quicker than I was expecting. Much quicker than I was expecting. Alright, the Book of Secrets and Judas have been unlocked. I guess for that run, that really puts it into perspective for me that flies and spiders can really do a lot of damage if you can get a whole bunch of them. I'll be more receptive to them in the future. Well, thanks for watching The Binding of Isaac Rebirth, Episode 4. I'll see you next time.